I hope you guys can all see this. Like, if this is not legible, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, a note on target cap increases. In this balance update, we're increasing the target cap for a select number of skills and traits. When doing this, we must consider a variety of aspects. You know what? This is going to be an issue. Let me do something else. I want to be able to see chat. There we go. Okay. All right. These changes are intended for a specific purpose of improving large group compositions and to improve their general support capability. We'll continue to monitor these changes as time goes on. For the first in a very long time, we're changing what a specific combo finisher does. In the past, we made steps from retaliation to a light aura that gives retaliation. In this update, we'll be changing the blast finisher of light fields to directly remove... Wow, blast finisher on light fields directly remove conditions. Wow. All right. Ruin of Lissa will no longer trigger the player has no conditions on them. Ruin of the Crate, fix the bug, blah, blah, blah. All right, Elementalist, let's go. And let's see. Arc Lightning, the skill's been unsplit from PMP, will now deal the higher damage in all areas of the game. That is the Scepter Auto, is it not? Is that even... Is 25% on the Scepter Auto even good? Who knows? Ride the Lightning, reduced. Frost Aura, reduced. Cleansing Wave. Earthquake, who cares? Frozen Ground. Healing Rain. Well, that's nice for Heal Ellie. Static Field. In PvP only, come on. Meteor Shower. This skill now has a half-second internal cooldown when hitting non-player targets. Oh my god, that is huge. Wow, that Meteor Shower change is huge. It's still worth using. Now, Meteor Shower is still worth using. Even with this ICD on big hitboxes. Even on small hitboxes, it's still worth using. Just because it's layered damage. People are going to say, oh, the Meteor Shower is dead. It's not dead. This will still have a layered damage effect. Because what will happen is you'll channel your Meteor Shower. The meteors will keep hitting. Not as much as before, but they'll keep hitting. And then you'll have all your other stuff. So it's still a big DPS increase. But now it's not like setting the world on fire DPS increase. Armor of Earth. Mist Form. Ether Renewal. The healing of the skill has been increased. Okay. Arcane Brilliance. Blah. Overload Air. 7% nerf. Oh my god. Ouch. Overload Air. Wrecked. 7%. Wow. Wow, guys. That is a bit higher than what I thought it was going to be. That is pain. That's pure pain. Ooh, that is sharp. That is real sharp. Okay. Glyph of Elemental Harmony, Arcane Shield. Yo, 40-second cooldown on Arcane Shield. So, let's say you trait in Arcane for Arcane Shield. Can you use Arcane Shield at Deimos traded for every blast? Or do you still have to use Earth Shield and Rebound? Is that enough? Alright, moving on to Engie. Purity of Purpose. They said it. Someone won their bingo. Purity of Purpose. Purity of Purpose. Someone had that on their bingo, their patch update bingo, and they got it. All right, Blunderbuss does more damage. That's good for power Engie. Blowtorch. Oh, baby. 4 stacks of burning from Blowtorch. Condi Engie. That is... Condi Engie, very, very good. That is a big buff. Alright, a bunch of elixirs. Blah, 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 blah. Big ol' bomb. Skill is now affected by short fuse. The visual size of the bomb has been increased by 33%. That's pretty hot. Short fuse. Time to cook. Blah, 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 blah. But the visual size of the bomb by 33%, that is a nice meme. Thank you, Ain't It? I appreciate that. Glass cannon. You'll now get your glass cannon buff at 75%. So that's a big buff. That's a big buff. Shape charge, 10%. Dude, power NG just got fucking boosted. Static discharge, 20% buff. Dude, power NG boosted. That static discharge change is pretty nice. Shrapnel, this is huge. The chance for this trait to activate has been... So it procs more than double. The bleed duration isn't half. So it's definitely a buff. Not a huge buff, but definitely... What actually, the big buff for this isn't the damage necessarily. It's not a very big damage buff. But this will lower the ramp-up time... This will lower the ramp-up time of Condi NG, which is pretty great. Ramp-up time, somewhat of a problem for NG compared to other Condi builds, and this lowers the ramp-up time considerably, so that's pretty good. Pinpoint distribution. Oh, the dream is real. The rumors are true. Everything your mom said to me last night in bed. Oh my god, it's all true. It's all too true. 150 Condi aura to allies. Oh, baby. It's all true. Everything she whispered in my ear was 100% accurate. She's so great. I love her. Alright. Flame Jet. Burning. Blah, 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 blah. Flame Blast. All right, man. They're making flamethrower a legit deal. All right, let's talk Guardian. All right. Let me bring this window back up. Improvements to underused skills. Virtue of Resolve. The skill's been unsplit. Will now use a 30-second cooldown. Virtue of Courage. 45-second cooldown. Signet of Courage. Blah, 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 blah. Spear of Justice. The casting time of the skill has been increased. Wow. Interesting. That's kind of a nerf. Deflecting Shot. That sucks. Whirling Wrath. All right. There's your power greatsword buff. All right. Whirling Wrath damage increased by 20%. That's actually really good. Projectile damage is listed separately from melee damage. Leap of Faith, reduced recharge to 12 seconds. That's pretty good. I guess Symbol of Wrath, increased damage. Man, they really want to make Greatsword great again on Guardian. Oh, the Spear of Justice is... Oh, it's a PvP deal. Okay, that makes sense. Binding Blades, reduced recharge. Yep, they want to make Greatsword really good for Guardian again. I doubt it'll be better than Scepter, but we'll see. I think Scepter and Sword will probably still beat Guardian Greatsword, but I don't know. Feel My Wrath. The quickness duration granted by the skill has been increased. Oh, in PvP only! Oh my god, this Feel My Wrath buff. Why couldn't that have been PvE? That would have made the 811 dream real. That could have been so real. 8 second base Feel My Wrath would have been so strong in PvE, because you could use Guardians as as two of your might helpers, and that would be 16 seconds of quickness plus the juicy Mesmer stuff. All right, let's go on to the Mesmers. Time Warp going to 10. Time Warp affecting 10 targets. Do you like that? I like that. Time Warp affecting 10 targets is why 811 will work, or could work, potentially. If Time Warp's got base 2-second stacks, so a fully buffed Mesmer will have 4-second stacks on their Time Warp. So every Time Warp cast is 24 seconds of quickness on the entire raid. All 10 people in the raid will have quickness for 24 seconds on every Time Warp cast. So that will make one Mesmer quite possible. If you want to go 5/5, you can bring Moa, which is really nice. But in a 1 Mesmer setup, you have Time Warp, which is also really fucking nice now. I don't know whether 1 Time Warp in the normal stuff is enough to keep quickness 100% on 10. Maybe with like a Mimic Well of Action type situation. But it's got to be pretty damn good. All right, what? Anything else good? Null Charge, Feedback, Signet Midnight, Phantasmal Defender, Time Warp buff out the ass. Well of Action, increased quickness duration to 4 seconds. Oh my god. How about that? Well of Action is going to go to 8 seconds per cast. That's pretty strong. That Well of Action buff will also help with the one Mesmer deal. All right, let me see if... No, it's not time to... Oh, new build. I'm going to patch my game while we go over this. All right. Phantasmal Duelist. It now fires a slow-moving hull. Wow, that's really terrible. I guess the Phantasmal Duelist is a PvP change. That doesn't seem so great. Phantasmal Warlock fires Winds of Chaos projectiles at the 3 targets. That's kind of cool, I guess. Wells fixed a bug that caused Wells to display their effects incorrectly while under quickness or slow. Gravity Well. Yeah, I don't think Gravity Well's... Oh, no. I don't think Gravity Well's gonna be that big of a player. Alright, so Mesmer got some crazy good shit with the 10-man Time Warp. Let's move on to Necromancer. And of course, my game doesn't want to display. Stupid BGDM. Alright. This isn't working very well. God damn you, XSplit. Alright. Let me see if I can do this. Alright. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna turn off BGDM real fast. Hopefully, XSplit will recognize my game. And then we can resume talking about Necro. Of course it won't. Of course it won't. I might have to restart, but we'll go over the patch notes first, and then I'll restart the stream. That's pretty AIDS. Kind of bummed about that. All right, Necromancer. One of the main goals for Necromancer in this update was to improve the Reaper's greatsword weapon in all game modes without blowing its power out in the ones where it was already good. What game mode was Power Reaper already good? Where greatsword was already good? What are they talking about here? Without blowing out its power in the ones where it was already good? Where was that? Where was that, guys? That's Okay. Gravedigger aftercast reduction. That's awesome. Death Spiral. That's good. That will help rotationally. Nightfall. That's probably okay in PvP. Well of Darkness, the skill has been recharged. I like that. Well of Darkness is a meta skill for Necro. Well of Darkness is a meta skill for Necro when it comes to berry gathering in Bitterfrost Frontier. It makes it so that you can just roll up to the berries, drop your Well of Blindness, and just harvest the berries. You don't even got to worry about those trolls. So that's really good. I'm liking that. Spectral Grasp, blah, 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 blah. Grasping Darkness, the skill has been recharged, increased damage by 30%. Nah. Well of Blood, Ritual of Life. Deathly Chill. Oh, that's pretty nice. That will help. Reaper's Onslaught. Reaper's Onslaught now grants 225 bonus ferocity while in Shroud. Life Rend, Life Slash, Life Reap. So I am guessing that those are Death Shroud Reapers. So they are trying to make using Death Shroud kind of good for Reaper. Huh. Death Charge increased by 30%. Man, they are really buffing Reaper Death Shroud for power. Interesting. Well, Brazil's going to have a lot of work to do on his... All right, Ranger. This is a big one. Ranger will see a variety of changes during this update. Of particular note, we are reducing Grace of the Land damage bonus and reworking it so it's compatible with all Celestial Avatar abilities and affects 10 allies around the Druid. We hope this improves the value of a single Druid in large group scenarios. Many pet attacks had usability and movement enhances. Enhancements in an effort to improve general damage against moving targets. Great Sword, who gives a shit? Throw Torch. The physical damage of this skill has been increased by 33%. Oh my god, who cares about that? What? Oh, Sharpening Stone. Buff to 10 stacks of bleeds. Oh, that's so good. Condi Ranger OP. Rip Ellie. Hello, Condi Ranger. You guys better get your Condi Rangers geared is all I'm saying. Spike Trap, kind of useless. Signal to the Wild. Oh, Sharpened Edges. Nerfed. Oh, that hurts. Sharpened Edges, that's a pretty big nerf, actually. That's pretty big. Grace of the Land damage per stack of this trait has been reduced from 3 to 2. The number of targets affected by this... Dude, that's so good. That's so good. That Grace of the Land change... So good. Natural Convergence. This skill will now provide Grace of the Land on every pulse when the trait is equipped. Interesting. Avian pets, canine pets. No one uses those. Well, I guess... Does Moa count as an avian pet? Okay. So I guess that's something. Smoke Scale, OP. You just joined Elementalist changes? Elementalist got kind of Shrek'd. Feline pets, here we go. Okay. I don't know what these pet changes are going to work out to be in reality, but we'll see. Revenant. Okay, boys, this is what we wanted. Alacrity will now be available to the Salvation Specialization, allowing Ventari's tablet to project it at a constant rate. We're excited to see it in play. Holy moly. Well, the rumors were true. Everything your mom said last night was true. Legendary Centaur Strength Project Tranquility will now instantly activate. That's cool. So as soon as you attune to Ventari, you summon the tablet instantly? Is that what I'm seeing? You summon the tablet instantly? That's pretty cool, and it doesn't cost you any energy. Serene Rejuvenation, in addition to its current bonus, this trait will now cause Natural Harmony to apply Alacrity to allies for 3 seconds. That's good, because Natural Harmony is amazing. Natural Harmony, the base healing of the skill per level has been reduced by 30%. The healing contribution of the skill has been increased by 180. That is actually really good. So what this Natural Harmony change means is that you won't be able to play Berserker Rev and get the full effect out of it, because Natural Harmony is a very, very big heal, and I was just playing around with it the other night, and even in a full Berserker build, it was healing for like 3 to 4k every 2 seconds. Like, that's OP as hell. So Natural Harmony might have been too strong with a Berserker build, but this will kind of make you want more of a pure healer to get the most out of the heals, especially since you're going to want to spam Natural Harmony to get the Alacrity. Healing contribution is the part of the heal that comes from healing power. Rite of the Great Vengeful Hammers increase the base damage of the skill by 100%. That's really good for power. That's really good. Ventari's Will. So they reduced the energy cost, so a lot of the heals on Ventari. That's pretty good. Unyielding Anguish. Nah. All right. Burst of Strength. Increase the base damage of the skill by 25% in non-PvP. So that's really good. Right now, when you're in Revenant Glint, people activate the Swiftness one and use it immediately as a DPS increase. You will get the same DPS increase out of Burst of Strength. You definitely want to activate and use your Burst of Strength as a DPS skill. So I guess it gives Revenant another button to push, and having another button to push is more interesting and more rotational. So that's good for Revs, I guess, for DPS. Seems good. Thief, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure it was a lot of nerfs in PvP. Vault. The code functionality of the skill changes. The user will now more accurately travel to the targeted destination. That's cool. The skill is now affected by quickness. The skill requires line of sight. All right, so that's really awesome. Being affected by quickness will make Vault a pretty nice DPS increase. I think that's a good thing. Bound is really good. This trait will no longer trigger the damage bonus if the dodge is canceled or interrupted. Nah, that's probably like a... That's actually probably really good. Just from a fair play perspective. Signet of Agility got nerfed in PvP. Yada, yada, yada. Cloak and Dagger, the Vuln has been increased from 3 to 5. It's kind of meaningless in PvE. Assassin Signet, nice cooldown reduction. Don't think it matters. No one's activating that in PvE, really. All right, Warrior. Here we go. Warrior banners going to 10. 10 players will benefit from Warrior banners. That is so sick. That is so sick, guys. 10 players for Warrior banners. Oh my god. Can't get enough. Deep Strike. This trait has been altered and will now grant Condi damage to the Warrior whenever they have Fury. Oh, the dream is real. And it's 180. Condi Warrior. Yes. That's such a nice buff. Condi PS taken over. That is so strong. Eviscerate. Lowered the aftercast by a quarter second. That's helpful, actually. Hamstring. That Hamstring is the third attack in the sword auto chain. It's the third auto attack in the sword auto chain. Right now it only does cripple. And so it kind of sucked to have your third attack in your chain be weaker than the first two. So this kind of normalizes that. That's really good. They massively buffed Hammer. Okay. Combustive Shot boosted at all adrenaline levels. Okay. All right, get some shouts getting buffed. For Great Justice, the might increased. Oh, 3 to 6. Holy shit, that's strong. That is really strong. That makes Condi Warrior, that's a nice buff to Condi Warrior. That really, if you can kind of see the direction of all these buffs, guys, it's sort of making it so you only want one Druid, you only want one Mesmer, and you might only need one Warrior. That's a pretty nice gain there. I'll take it. Mending. Nah, who cares? Blood Reckoning. Nice! That is strong. Blood Reckoning now significantly OP. Blood Reckoning significantly OP. Vigorous Shouts. Shout heals. Very strong. Oh, so here's an interesting thing to note. If you don't have any boon duration, Vigorous Shouts will actually give you more might for your group for Great Justice than Phalanx Strength if you don't have any boon duration. But most PS warriors have Aristocracy runes, so. The banner's getting buffed. I don't know, man. This might actually make Banner of Tactics good. Is it possible that Banner of Tactics is good now, that it affects 10? It's a pretty nice buff for 10. Blazebreaker, the skill will now attempt to face your target before firing instead of failing. Interesting. Adrenal Health nerfed. Oh, the PvP crybabies got their way. The PvP criers got their way. There we go. All right, so that's the balance portion. Let's see what else they have.